Ida for making fun of my Bill after he lost a ton of money investing in crypto?
Welcome to Crypto Tragedies, where we pick the most tragic crypto-related stories from Reddit for your entertainment. If you enjoy our stories, please like and subscribe as it really helps the channel. Disclaimer: this channel is highlighted to show the dangers of investing in cryptocurrency. If you invest in crypto, you will most likely lose all your investment, don't do it. So my 27M, SIL's husband, 31M, is a piece of work. He's a bit of a braggart and gets off on boasting about his money and the things he's bought with said money. Me and my wife aren't exactly struggling, but we're not as well off as them. Every time we visit them, he'll pull me aside to show off whatever new gadget he bought. Whenever we go out to dinner with them, he'll insist on paying in the most condescending way possible. He'll also try to give me financial advice, which is just annoying. My wife doesn't like him, but she puts up with it since she's very close to her sister. I'm kinda close to my wife, so I put up with it for her. So he got into crypto a year ago and shortly after NFTs. I work in finance and have learned a decent amount about crypto. I'm not some expert, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see how it's a Ponzi scheme. When he brought me this advice, we argued on it. He accused me of not wanting to give my wife the life she deserves. He also said that he was going to make his family millionaires and called me naive for not wanting to join in. IDK if y'all have been watching the news lately, but a lot of cryptos aren't doing so hot. We hosted them for dinner with them last night. It was awkward. There was some tension there, but I really couldn't tell why. In a period of silence, I asked him, "So are y'all millionaires yet?" In that moment, my wife's sister put her head down into her hands and was in tears in seconds. Her husband explained he bet money they couldn't afford on various cryptos that crashed. He lost a shit ton of money and said unless they figure something out, they won't be able to stay in their house or pay for their 2 daughters' preschool. I was immediately met with a glare from him and my wife. I felt bad, but I honestly didn't know and I wouldn't have mocked him. I knew he lost money, but I didn't know he was going to lose that much. On when they left, my wife accused me of being in a dick measuring cons test against my him and said I took it too far. I tried to argue that he started it and she told me I was being a child. Ada? Marzipan Shepherdess. This advice is as sound as it is ancient. Remember the warning against putting all your eggs in one basket. That's probably about 400 years old. Even in the 17th century, people knew better than to stake all you had on one gamble. However, sure, I bet you thought it was. Well, there's one silver lining. Arrogant Bill will now be so busy scrambling to try to keep his family housed, fed, clothed and educated that he won't have nearly as much time to show off his latest toys with an air of, "Ha ha, I can have this and you can't." Naya. In fact, he'll probably be eating a steady diet of humble pie for quite some time. Oh, and NTA, op. Angelical girl. Crypto is always risky. Too bad lots of influencers sell it like it's easy money. It's a matter of luck and lots of pyramid schemes in the scenario. Lots of PPL these days lost a lot in crypto. He should not have invested so much in it. 1 overreaction. All the times the Bill poked at Op telling him he wouldn't give his wife the life she deserved, and the wife said nothing? If I love my hubs, ain't no one saying that to him and not hearing all about it. Wife is deaf in a hole. NTA. Shaft. Agreed and leaning towards the lighter side of Op as an asshole. Op is an asshole for being a smartass. He knows that everything has taken a turn for the worst in the crypto world. He knows that Op is heavily invested and decides to throw a smartass comment at him to, as you said, get a rise and get some sort of revenge for the Bill making him feel inferior by flaunting his wealth and success. Op knows that the Bill has likely lost a lot of money and decided to take a swipe at him in a "I told you so" manner. In saying that, though, Op had no clue as to the extent of the Bill's loss, and for that he is less of an a-hole for not knowing. The Bill is an obvious a-hole for investing money his family couldn't afford to lose in a highly volatile market. According to Op's side of the story, he is an a-hole for flaunting his wealth and showing off, making somewhat pretentious and offensive comments. In saying that there's 2 sides to every story, and maybe from the Bill's perspective he was achieving success and wanted to share that success, taking his friends and family to the top with him. Crypto can be very exciting and it can be hard to keep quiet about it. It's likely that the Bill's lack social awareness and his advice about crypto was coming from a good place rather than showing off. We often get one side to the story that is written with bias. Fried apple cake. I feel like Op is being kind about this by not further mocking Bill, after all that big game he was talking. NTA in any way, though I would maybe talk to your wife about seeing if there's anything you can do for your sil and nieces for the sake of her husband's awful choices. Pook Guy Inc. NTA, you did not know he was leveraged in crypto and lost the home. Potatoes for chippies. My husband does some investing, not in crypto thank God, and we often discuss how much money we are willing to risk because it is gambling. It's not exactly the same as betting on horses or going to the casino, but it can have the same outcome. So, you should only ever put in what you are willing to lose. Op is a bit of the AH because he knew his bill had lost money and he poked the bear by bringing it up, knowing this, but overall I'm going to go with NTA because Bill sounds like a douche canoe and because Op didn't know how bad it was. K-Koa 012. NTA. Just poor timing with a bad joke, which made you look like I think you should though call your Sil and Bill and offer an apology that you didn't know the situation they are in and that it was a bad comment made at the wrong time. So what do you think, was the op a butthole? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy our stories, please like and subscribe as it really helps the channel grow.